Good day and welcome to Hidden Source News. As always, please hit that subscribe button to help us grow the channel. Today we take a look at the highly anticipated film The Running Man, directed by Edgar Wright and starring Glen Powell in the lead role of Ben Richards. The film hits theaters in November 1425 and carries a distinct promise to revisit the dystopian vision of the original story while offering something fresh for today's audience. At its core, the film builds on the premise from the 1982 novel by Stephen King, published under the pseudonym Richard Bachman, in a bleak version of America, financially crushed and dominated by spectacle. Desperate contestants join a brutal game show in which survival is the prize. In this latest version, Richards is a working-class father who takes the radical step of joining the show to save his family, a more emotionally grounded motivation than earlier versions. Along the way, the film explores themes of media manipulation, economic despair, and how entertainment and spectacle become a social currency. When compared to the 1987 film adaptation starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, the differences are noticeable. The earlier film placed Richards in a closed-arena stalkers show, with an emphasis on over-the-top characters and a simpler revenge-driven plot. The new version expands the playing field. The game happens across wider society, more akin to the novel, and the motivation for the main character is more relatable. I noted that this remake is, much more faithful to the novel's spirit, yet still performs as a slick popcorn blockbuster. Early critical reaction has been generally positive, but with some caveats. Many reviewers commend Glen Powell's lead performance and Edgar Wright's energetic direction, describing the film as a highly entertaining, heart-pumping action yarn packed with ideas. On the other hand, some point out that the film's tonal shifts between satire, absurdity, and straight action don't always land seamlessly. I don't really share these thoughts. The movie worked for me. One review observes, "The action isn't very exciting, the satire is unoriginal, and the over-reliance on weird product placement make the entire picture feel manufactured," which I believe is horse shit. The movie blends well and is made to be an over-the-top world. Likewise, a number of critics feel the film's ending doesn't quite live up to its kinetic promise. I don't agree with this critic. The vibe inside the film is one of kinetic spectacle paired with a sharpened social commentary. According to reviewers, Wright uses a punk aesthetic, aggressive editing, and full-tilt chase sequences to deliver a dystopian thrill ride. At the same time, the narrative asks uncomfortable questions about power, wealth disparity, media complicity, and the commodification of survival, which I loved and worked for me in this film. For viewers who enjoy their action with a side of cultural critique, this version of The Running Man offers more than just explosions. In terms of audience suitability, if you're looking for a tight, minimalist thriller, you might find this version sprawling and, honestly, somewhat uneven in tone. I say once you understand what The Running Man is actually saying, you'll appreciate why this excellent film works. If you're a fan of big set pieces and frantic pacing, you're well served. But if you expect the remake simply to replicate the 80s original or deliver a straight revenge fantasy, be aware, this one aims higher, and it works for me. In conclusion, The Running Man is a modern upgrade of a cult property, carrying the legacy of its 80s predecessor, but striving for relevance in 2025. It may not be flawless, but it offers a compelling lead performance, stylish direction, and a set of ideas worth engaging with. If you go in for smart action entertainment with a pulse and a bit of social edge, this might be your film. It's basically a popcorn movie. I really enjoyed this film and was highly entertained. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And that's our breakdown of the new Running Man. Until next time on Hidden Source News, and please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the film.